Alright, so mono black Reanimator. This build is kind of a budget deck. There's no dual lands in it, but it's still got some kind of busted draws. So you've got Thoughtseize, Duress, and Hymn to Tourach as interaction. And then you could technically turn one a big scary thing into play by going Dark Ritual, Entomb for your thing, and then Animate Dead, Exhume, or Reanimate it. This deck also has ways to get things into its bin by escalating, discarding cards to Collective Brutality, as well as utilizing Thoughtseize on yourself to get a giant thing in the bin. This deck lacks the cantrips that you often find in blue-black Reanimator that add consistency to the deck, so it's just trying to play a little bit more redundancy. Also, you'll note here, and this is kind of cute, 4 of our 8 bombs are just Grave Titan and then a Massacre Wurm, which just costs 6 mana. So between Lake of the Dead and Dark Ritual and just like making land drops against control decks, you can actually just like cast your fatties in this deck is part of the plan. And post board against Graveyard Hate, we actually have 4 copies of Pack Rat in the sideboard, which is kind of cheeky. Hey, Sunhouse, thanks for the 11 months. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good Thursday wherever you're at in the world. See here, Legacy League is just me and 322 of my closest friends. Yeah, all 3 of the new emotes turned out really well. I think there's a couple of the old ones I want to clean up still. Some of them are just like a little bit lower quality than the latest batch. Like the Friendly Fire and the Bolt the Bird one are a little bit awkward. Might update those at some point. I think you're supposed to keep hands like this. Do cards cost much on MTGO? Yeah, MTGO has a full buy, sell, trade secondary economy, so the prices can vary a good deal depending on what exactly you're looking to build. Alright, well, they were going to make a turn 2 2020. Now it looks like instead they're going to make a turn 3 2020. Welcome to Legacy. Enjoy your stay. So, because they had Urborg on 1, if I hadn't Thoughtseize in there, they would have gone Dark Depths and then Hexpage the Dark Depths. Now they get to play Thespian Stage, and then next turn they'll Thespian Stage the Dark Depths. So, we're probably dead, right? I don't really have... I have an Ashen Rider. Alright, we did not draw Entomb, so... I guess I technically have one more chance to draw Ashen Rider. I am not casting this Thoughtseize here, because if I draw Ashen Rider for the turn, I will, I'll want to Thoughtseize myself and then Exhume it. Yeah, I've never played with Wine on OSX before, but I've heard some people say they have issues with it. On Linux, it's super easy. It's literally just like, run the command to install Wine, run Arena, and it just like goes. Alright, so we have 5 draws that do it here. We have Ashen Rider plus 4 copies of Entomb. We didn't get there, chat. Zero spells cast by the opponent. We lost. Sorcerous Spyglass, like, kinda has a text box here. It's certainly better than Duress. The Merit Leech token is indestructible before anybody asks about Ratchet Bomb. Yachini, I look for a $50 donation if you want to cut something into the current day's lineup. I like things to be predictable once I go live so people know what to expect, so I only do it for large donations. If you wanna bump something up to get it in the next day, it's generally much less than that. So I do all my prep the night before, so like when people cut things in line, I have to like take time out midstream to like rearrange things, so it needs to be enough to discourage people from doing that. Alright, well this hand puts Griselbrand into play on turn 1, so I'm gonna assume that's good enough. We play Legacy with some frequency on the stream. When was the last time we played Legacy? We played Legacy like last week. We've been doing at least one a week. I just play what the people pay me to play. I'm a simple man. Follow the dollar bills. Where's my Griselbrand at? He's in here somewhere, right? There he is. There's Grizzly Bees. So I actually had an internet issue yesterday that didn't let us play as much as I wanted to play with the Abzan control deck. So the Abzan control deck's actually going to get played again first thing today when we move to standard. Probably play like at least 2 more matches with it. Yay! Legacy! Yay! Legacy! These are the 3 types of decks I'm only gonna accept for Legacy moving forward. Brainstorm Force decks, Chalice of the Void decks, decks that make people concede on the first turn. These are a few of my favorite things. This format's fun when you can just not take it seriously. Then you just get to like dork around and like flip Griselbrand into play. It's like not too bad. Yay, pegs. It was either I think, and I don't really have a good way to debug this, I think there's probably congestion issues with the Wi-Fi in the new area where I'm living. So I went and picked up a new router yesterday that has a stronger signal, but I think one of my buddies is going to come over either tonight or this weekend and help me get things wired in and stop using wireless. There's the link for that, Yachidi. Do I keep this? I want you to know, chat, that I am so dedicated to this stream. I broke a 2-week streak of not leaving my wonderful home on what was likely the coldest day of the year to venture out to Best Buy to buy a router. Those are just like, they're the trifecta, JVL. Over the old overlap on the Venn diagram. I want people to understand the sacrifices I have made, Burgle. Yeah, Best Buy price matches Amazon on electronics these days. And then I ran a bandwidth test stream for like 5 hours last night and didn't drop any frames. So like I'm hoping that things are good, but who knows? Well, that's fantastic. So let's go ahead and cast Dark Ritual, and then we'll cast Thoughtseize, which will educate us on if we want to hammer or Spyglass. They only have 3 cards, so they have a spell here. We just can take all their cards away from them. Please have a spell. Man, look at this. Take your crop rotation, Himu. Welcome to Thunderdome. Enjoy your stay. Alright, so this card do? If it would enter the battlefield, sacrifice a swamp instead. If you do, if you don't. So this is basically sacrifice a swamp. I guess I'm playing this out this turn. Rats. Do you play Death and Tax if it had Chalice on the board? No. Well, that's not true. For $100 I'd play anything, but no, not for 50. Wow. There's so many sweet things to be doing in Legacy. I don't know why you'd want to play Mother of Runes. Of all the wonderful things we could be doing, you've chosen Mother of Runes? I'm gonna go ahead and just cast this just so it's out of my hand. I have to, like, guess here. Yeah, I'm gonna name Thespian Stage. Like, they're through one Hex Mage and one Thespian Stage, so I might as well just, like, take the one that they can crop rotate for, since they have that. Hey, Colin, thank you for the 7-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. You're super safe. All right, any 6-mana creature we can cast at this point. So this sacrifices swamp to make 4. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can actually hard cast Griselbrand right now. That's probably a good idea. I should probably do my taxes before the government turns off again. It's probably smart money's on doing your taxes before the government turns off again. So this is the part of the stream where people start asking me random questions about would I play this or would I play that. There's a forum on my website whose sole purpose is to allow you to submit things through so I can review them off stream. So if you are serious about potentially sending me money to play something, read that link there and let me know. It does not look like a donation has come through. There's currently nothing has come through on my end. I'm gonna go ahead and kill their thing and escalate this. Might as well. They can sacrifice the land to protect it, but like I'm not really doing anything this other Lake of the Dead. Morning, Bikes. Why is it called House Party? Because there's a lot of friends invited and they're throwing a party. What? I think we're about to head into the direction of manual mode. So I'm gonna start not playing my lands out at this point, because if I draw up to hand size, like let's say I draw like Iona or Ashen Rider, which I can't cast for mana. Hey, Yachidi with the cut the line tip. Cut the line for Naya Hexproof, sounds good. Hey, Syracuse, thanks for the 2 months. So sorry, to complete my thought, I am going to start holding all these cards in my hand, so that way if I draw something like Iona, I can discard it to hand size and then reanimate it the following turn. Is ideal. Yep. Yep, slow and steady. Any plane, which would it be? Well, definitely not snakes on a plane. Oh, we died, chat. Silly interaction. Silly interaction. Rats. Their deck with no card selection or cantrips drew what they needed before our deck with no card selection or cantrips drew what we needed. We're so unlucky. Just reanimate the Spyglass with the next level plays. The background looks different. Yeah, we moved. If it's been a hot second, Christy and I moved earlier this month, almost last month, not quite February. Yeah, I didn't wanna overwork my computer, so we're playing on low graphics mode for the first deck of the day. For a player who'd like to get into Eternal Magic and likes Degeneracy, would you like Legacy or Modern? Definitely Modern. The combo decks tend to not be very good in Legacy, because Legacy has a huge abundance of decks playing Daze, Ponder, Force of Will, Brainstorm, stuff like that. Discovery. That's kind of cute. I wonder if that would be good enough. That's kind of a fun idea. I don't strictly hate that. Mono black deck in for 2 mana preordain plus. Yeah, we're doing one Moto League every morning, Hurley. So I think we've got like 30 Moto decks in the queue. So the next month and a half, and however long people want to keep adding Moto decks for, we'll do one a day. Get a little variety. Yeah, the games were sweet for sure, Fish. Sorry we couldn't play the third one. The first couple are up on YouTube because it was a good set. And we're actually going to play the Absent Control X some more today. Going on a road trip around the country in a few weeks. I was wondering what my favorite city in the U.S. is to visit. Did someone just say Buddha? Thanks for the 7 months. I'm a big fan of Indianapolis because I spent a lot of time there between Gen Con and Magic tournaments. Their downtown area is nice because it's all connected by skywalks, which is convenient in the winter. I mean, sure. Turn one, Griselbrand. Welcome to Legacy. Do you have a Force of Will? Do you have a Force of Will? This little piggy's gonna go wee 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 all the way home. Yay! Legacy! Woo! Legacy! Let's do it! Yeah, Magic! Alright. What are we doing with ourselves? The old click submit? I think it's the old click submit. So for those that are here because you just started playing Magic and you're hanging out for Standard, I was gonna put this creature into play on turn 1. It's a 7/7 flying lifelink creature that lets you pay 7 life and draw 7 cards, which meant I was going to draw a bunch of cards, then do more stuff that's rude to my opponent, and they were likely never going to win the game. I'm going to click submit. We're probably going to spend more time waiting for legacy matches to fire than, like, actually making meaningful decisions in this league. Sure, why not? What you doing? How you doing? Yeah, this shirt picks up weird on camera. You got me. So, Volcanic Island Days, probably some kind of Delver deck. Alright, what do you got? Shishisha! Pocket Sand! Ha ha! Woohoo! Ha! Got him! Hail Marion with the $20 tip. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. For the Bump Up Blue Black Pirates, thank you for the support. All right. We're expecting my mono black deck to counter your counter. We need a pocket sand emote. You're right. I think you're right that one of the things I need to replace the other ones with is a pocket sand emote. Diabolic Edict. Well, that's rude. I'm gonna take their Delver away because that's their threat. Oh wait. Reanimate your Delver. Ha ha! The lines. We got him, chat. We got him on the ropes. We got him on the ropes. This card, this is a real old Magic card. It's either player's graveyard. Oh, that's wonderful. Just listen. All I'm saying is you haven't really lived on the edge in Legacy until you've reanimated your opponent's Dark Confidant in your deck that contains the card Griselbrand. Just like literal dodging bullets. Just like hoping to fade every turn. I remember when a lot of these cards came out. Yep. Edict me, baby. He's dead, Jim. You got him. So they have a spell snare that we know about, which makes this Hymn to Tourach a little bit awkward. I'm just gonna get their Delver back again. Here we go. Here we go again. Here we go again. Should have known, should have known, should have known again. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I think I'm just holding on to the Hymn to Tourach. Like, if it had like a Duress or something, I could like go Duress into him and get 2 cards out of them. Hey, None W guy, thank you for the 313 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. So everybody says, heyo, heyo, help, help, I'm under duress, I'm under duress. All right, take your spell snare. Hymn to Tourach. I assume they're gonna force this pitching Thought Scour. It basically lets them pick which cards get Hymn to Tourach. Nah, I'm just gonna hold out for lands. Dark Ritual lets us cast Massacre Wurm at this point too, which is sweet. This has been kind of a funny match. The old wow. They didn't, not forcing there seems super wrong. Like, they need to put Pyromancer into play and race us, right? Yeah, they gotta race this Delver. All right, 4 more turns. Go ahead. I am the Delver. I am the Delver. I am the Delver. Do 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 do. Beep 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 beep. I could. How do we feel about Brutality? I'm just gonna do it. I know they have Forced Thought Scour. Wow. Alright, well, they're super dead. Nice Legacy deck. Welcome to Thunderdome. I guess they could hit Spell Piercer Dazier. Or Flusterstorm. They could hit a 1-mana counter. I would like this one, please. Trigger. Trigger again. Woohoo! Scoreboard. Onward up. So far we've won 3 games of Magic with this deck, and 2 of them involved our opponent conceding on the first turn. So God bless us, everyone. I think I'm supposed to keep hands like this. You decided to play Wurm Prison at your IQ. Do you hate yourself or do you hate others? Probably a little bit of both to play that, right? Alright, I think so I could Thoughtseize them, or I could move to hand size. I think I Thoughtseize them, because next turn I can Thoughtseize myself plus Reanimate. Alright, I'm going to take their Brainstorm away, because the rest of their hand doesn't really do anything. There's 1 Griselbrand in this deck. I was a salty boy. To be fair, it's really absurd that they singled out KCI when, like, there's infinite things that are obnoxious in Modern. Alright, so I'm actually going to not play lands out here because I would like to discard this Massacre Wurm to hand size. Yeah, my opponent's playing Storm. If I was playing the Legacy Seed at SCG this weekend, what would I play? Probably some kind of Chalice of the Void deck. I don't play a lot of Legacy, so, like, know your lane. I don't want to, like, get into, like, long blue mirrors with people who do nothing but, like, have a shrine to Brainstorm in their basement. So, like, you don't want to play Brainstorm mirrors against people that all they do is cast Brainstorms. Just, like, cast Chalice of the Void and kill people. Probably Mono Red Stompy or Eldrazi Post. Yeah, Eldrazi Post is a really good choice. Eldrazi Post is a great choice because it, like, takes people who play the good Legacy decks and, like, stuffs them in a little box and puts them in the ground. Nah, I would play Red Stompy rather than Big Red. Big Red's kind of mediocre. Do you draw the Tutor? Am I dead? Draw Ad Nauseam, Past in Flames. This is really aggressive. So, like, they're hoping to, like, find lethal off these 2 cantrips. So, I guess let's see if they hit it. Shuffle. Shuffle. They shuffled. Alright. Alright, things are bottoms up. Bottoms up. They put 2 cards on the bottom. Please, brick. Please, brick. Please, brick. Alright, we died. We died, we tried, we did it, we failed. Alright, next up. Next up. Alright, so... Massacre Wurm and Ashen Rider aren't very good. I think I just board in Pack Rats here, just as, like, more threats. Is the Leyline of the Void matchup? Oh, Massacre Wurm's good in case they goblins me, actually. I don't think this is a surgical matchup. Like, what am I supposed to board? This is like 6 cards. A lot of cards. Yeah, I could see just Leyline. I think it's probably him to Tourach as the cut. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna cut the Dark Rituals. Our go fast plan is much slower than their go fast plan. So I think trimming most of these makes sense. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna cut the Ashen Rider and 3 rituals for the 4 ley lines. Him's fine. They are a critical mass deck, but fine is how I would describe it. Yeah, him, you're not getting to pick's a big deal. I have Leyline plus a Collective Brutality, so I'm gonna hope this is good enough and eventually draw some gas. Kinda, like, the Storm deck, if they don't have access to their graveyard, they're definitely a critical mass deck, but when they have access to their graveyard, they can generally go off with very little. Taking the right cards from Storm is almost always more important than taking just bulk cards. I'm going to actually escalate this, because having 2 extra health could be relevant with Reanimate and drawing with Griselbrand. Alright, I am a lazy Magic player, and I have a low-stakes standard tournament coming up. What deck should I play? Anything off my website, Slacker? I'd recommend pulling up and, like, finding the archetype that looks sweet to you and playing that one. Do you know what Kingdom Hearts is? Kingdom Hearts is like the Disney crossover game for some kind of system. I never played Kingdom Hearts growing up. My father thought video game consoles were not something children should have, so I didn't have those when I was a child. Flusterstorm. Alright, I think I just take their Brainstorm here. The rest of their hand doesn't do much. Like, Dark Petition's real bad in the face of Leyline. I had a Game Boy Color that I saved all of the money my aunts and uncles and grandparents gave me for birthdays and Christmas for like a year and a half, and I bought a Game Boy Color when I was like 8 or 9 years old, and we played the crap out of Pokemon. That's all we did. Game Boy Color and Pokemon. It's a good one to have on top of the old deck. And then when I was probably 13 or 14, we started putting together money to get a gaming PC. Gaming PC. I remember we had my NVIDIA 5200 graphics card. Came with a free copy of Morrowind. So, people who use things like Pokemon cartoons and other cartoon characters in their emotes are technically breaking the Twitch terms of service and the partner agreement that they signed. It's just, Twitch doesn't really actively enforce it, but there is legal error. It's like playing music on your stream that you're not supposed to. So, like, yeah. So, like, that emote there, whoever this is, Ars P from Sean McLaren, if this got reported to Nintendo, that Nintendo could definitely go after him. Twitch has a very hands-off policy with a lot of things, where basically, like, if we, like, just don't ask, basically. You can do the thing you're not allowed to do, and we're not going to do anything until you get in trouble for it. Yeah, I agree, KDD. I think it's gonna take like one large streamer getting sued for them to like actually put some work into it. It'll be interesting to see how long like people who get thousands of viewers on the regular can like play music that they don't have the rights to play. Well, Twitch has some official Pokemon emotes, Solera. That's different than individual people. So like that Poke Blastoise is a Twitch Prime emote, which Twitch has certainly licensed that accordingly. However, individual streamers, they don't necessarily have licensing to do that. So like if a streamer has an emote specific to their channel that's a Pokemon thing, they haven't paid for that most likely. We almost got them, chat. Why? Remember when I escalated this Collective Brutality? That mattered. It's a shame we didn't draw another one here to kill them. What am I drinking? Unsweetened tea. Yeah, so like, you know. And it's just like, decks like this are like, they're okay to play every once in a while, but like, I don't know that I ever play them in a tournament, right? Like our games of Magic have basically been us doing nothing and the opponent, or like the opponent conceding on turn one. Like, we do a lot of nothing and then we die, or they concede on the first turn. I agree, Hurley. It's especially heinous to me that other creators on Twitch like take other people's stuff. Like if someone was taking a bunch of my content and like was making money off of it without giving any credit due, I'd be kind of annoyed, right? So like it's weird to me that people who make their living making stuff like take stuff other people have made without permission. I am not a lawyer, but fan art, I am not a lawyer, but from my understanding, my putting Yu-Gi-Oh style hair on my own cartoon is very, very in the clear and different than straight off ripping off someone's exact artwork. I'm not gonna tell you I understand fair use, but I'm pretty sure my use of the Yu-Gi-Oh style hair should fall under it. For parody, yes, correct. And I am not a lawyer, so I can't tell you that for certain, but yeah. Have you tried pretending to be a lawyer on the internet? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I definitely think like things like Twitch and YouTube and stuff like that are definitely operating in a space where like the laws haven't kept up with technology. So like a lot of the stuff that goes on with like people using things that they possibly shouldn't be using, just like it's just that like the laws haven't kept up with it. This is a really good use. They're taking their own Thoughtseize away from themselves, so that way they can get their hand empty to cast Infernal Tutor later. Opponent is very clever. Can I just draw Collective Brutality and kill them, please? That's all I want out of life, is to draw Collective Brutality and shock them. Yeah, they cast an end. I'll say, why aren't there gut shots in this deck? Asking the real questions. I think we're dead this turn. They're gonna go like triple ritual. Nope, apparently not. Alright. We draw a spell. Yay! We draw a spell. Yay! Alright, well, now their Infernal Tutor's gone and their hand does nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 3 rituals, a Thoughtseize, and a Surgical Extraction. they drew a Thoughtseize, yep. I have 3 more copies of Collective Brutality that are actually reach that kill them here. If they find a natural tendrils, they might just want a natty tendrils maybe. Alright, and now we're gonna draw a bunch of cards to find Collective Brutality to kill them. Oh, they have a surgical. They have a surgical. Listen, it was a long night. Declan woke up at 5 a.m. This is why I have YouTube comments disabled on Moto videos now. Because some mouth-breathing Legacy fanboys would be in the comments like, Jeff only hates Legacy because he's bad at it. The cards revealed zone on Magic Online is so much less in your face than on Magic Arena. It's definitely easier to forget. Actually, Collective Brutality. I should have. My house shoes kind of die. Are we done here? Are we done here? From one exhausted head to the other. Thank you, Frag Mode. So the Pig Floop emote is an ode to Adventure Time, which they play a Magic-like card game on there, and at one point the character says, "And now I floop the pig," and that's where that comes from. So on this channel, flooping the pig refers to putting a giant creature into play, usually via Reanimate spell. All right, so either our opponent concedes on the first turn of the game, or they don't do anything and they die. You know, one of the two really. Either will work. Do I want Pack Rat in my deck? I almost feel like I want Pack Rat in my deck for these games where we're just doing nothing. I think I want these Pack Rats in my deck. I am in a new room. Yep. Yeah, Christy and I closed on a new house about 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago exactly, actually. On the 10th, we closed on a new house. Spyglass can name Lion's Eye Diamond, but the question you want to ask yourself is, will naming Lion's Eye Diamond have any effect? To which the answer is no. When you can I name Lion's Eye Diamond with Sorcerous Spyglass is one of those judge questions where the judge will say yes you can, but then they'll sit there at your table so they can answer the impending follow-up question of why did my opponent still crack their Lion's Eye Diamond? If you ever ask a rules question at a Magic tournament and the judge answers your question and then hovers, it probably means you didn't ask the right question. It probably means you didn't ask the right question. They know it's coming, yep. Modding your channel is like target practice. What's going on, Rick? Thanks for shipping those Bezo bucks this way again this month. I appreciate that. There's a lot of streamers you can send those to. Thanks for keeping me employed here. All right, so I'm gonna put Iona in the bin. Let's do that. Yeah, that's good advice. Word your rules question as, will doing this thing have this outcome? Not, can I do this? So like in the instance of Sorcerous Spyglass, the question you want to ask is, will naming Lion's Eye Diamond with Sorcerous Spyglass prevent my opponent from making mana with it? To which the judge will answer, no, it will not, because that's a mana ability. Yeah, Foxacon's on the same wavelength. Judges cannot help you play Magic. They're just there to facilitate the rules to you. I do what I can, Harbor. Kids find me funny. It's probably because I'm mostly ugly. This is the other part about playing. This is just playing Magic Online in general. My opponent's has 11 minutes left on their clock. I have 21 minutes left on my clock. Just like I've played 4 minutes of Magic in this match. My opponent's played 14 minutes of Magic in this match. Whenever people are like, we need the chess clock on Magic Arena, please no. Please no. Like, there's a bunch of people who are like terrified of change, who just like think the solution to the Nexus issue is we have to have chess clocks, and I really just don't want them to be lazy and copy the chess clock. I hope they come up with a solution to it that's not banning people, but just copying the chess clock I think is a lazy and bad solution. I assume I'm getting Flusterstorms here. They have 4 cards in their hand, they're not doing anything, so I assume some of them are interaction. We saw Flusterstorm last game. Allow me to sing you the song of my people. Yeah, something like, so honestly, Artifact sucks in a lot of ways in terms of gameplay, but the software surrounding Artifact is very good. And Artifact's round timer is A+ perfection. It starts both players with 5 minutes, and then you have a rope within those 5 minutes. And as you play more of the game, your timer goes up. So the more game actions you take, the more timer you have. Hey, Red Dolph, thanks for the half a year. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Without the headphones. Yeah, there's no game sound for Arena or for Magic Online, so why do you think a chess clock? Because anybody who thinks the chess clock in Arena is a good solution has never spent 20 minutes waiting for the Magic Online match to finish. It's just bad in a different way. Instead of trading bad in one way for bad in a different way, let's instead innovate and make something new and better. All right, is this deterministic? This is pretty close to deterministic, right? We dole out mod swords at 12 months for people who have stuck around. Please flip more cards. I think we're dead. I think the Lion's Eye Diamond kills us. No, they don't have another tutor yet, right? The LED might be lethal. They have to stop now if they don't want to die. They could hit a tendrils and die. Yeah, the rate of play on Magic Online is really, really cumbersome compared to Arena. No auto tapper really sucks. What's going on, Caroline? Good morning. I feel like I should sing part of Sweet Caroline, but I can't hear the beat of that song in my head at the moment. All right, we're dead. We'll be on to Arena soon enough. Probably Brook and die one more time. Again, just as kind of like, I don't understand why people play decks like this. It's like, the only reason, well, I do actually. The only reason to play a deck like this, in my opinion, is if you don't mind losing most of your matches and you're working on a budget. That's the reason to play it. I had an instance in a local tournament where someone had a pithing needle and called the judge to ask, what is the name of the Gideon Planeswalker that has the ability that against the emblem saying you can't lose the game? And the judge gave him the name. That player then played pithing needle. The opponent resolved it and named Windswept Teeth. Sure, yeah, the pithing needle glitches are great. Every timer system has some moniker for abuse in it. The thing you need to get to is a place where the amount people are able to abuse it is minimal, and you're still probably gonna need to manually ban some people who are being jerks at some point. Is this turn 2 Titan? This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, just turn 2 Grave Titan. Sure. Oh no! Don't interact with me. Why are you interacting with me, opponent? Rats. Yeah, in paper Magic, you can just describe what... If you can list the rules text of a card, you don't have to have the exact name of the card. You can also just, like, call a judge and, like, ask for the rules text. Oh... What's going on, GG Pie? Thanks for the 14 months. I appreciate it. I think I'm ready to be done with this. Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna move along with our lives. I don't think I'd accept this. I definitely wouldn't accept this deck again. So, moving forward, the only legacy decks that I'm going to be adding to the queue are Brainstorm Force decks, Chalice of the Void decks, or things that literally went on turn 1, like Belcher, Pack Spanish Inquisition, stuff like that. That's really sweet. So, I don't understand the appeal of playing these decks. It's just like, taking $12 and lighting it on fire. The games aren't particularly engaging or interesting. Your opponent either concedes super early or just like nothing goes on. Hey, Stephen Douglas, thank you for shipping your Bezo bucks this way for the 9th month in a row. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah. Yep. Alright. Load some Magic Arena up. Video games? Video games. Nyax Proof will be on the deck queue shortly. Someone donated to cut the line. It'll be on Stream Decker here. Yeah, when I opened the Legacy queue back up for donations, I had a little bit looser standards. YouTube subscription? I'm not sure what you mean. Alright, there we go. I have a YouTube channel, if that's what you're referring to. You can definitely find that. No strict, I don't have a strict no-fly list for standard. Anything you're interested in possibly submitting, just put through the form and I'll let you know. Deck import failed. Oh. Weird. YouTube is starting a subscription like Twitch. That's adorable. Yeah, that's been in the works for a while, right? Now, I'd prefer anybody that's watching on YouTube, if you want to support my content directly, use Patreon or Twitch. Come over and subscribe on Twitch. I don't really want to set up another way to set dollar bills up. Like I don't plan to like put any effort into YouTube more than I have already. Like it's impossible to monetize YouTube for the most part. I'm sure YouTube trying to turn into Twitch is gonna go as well as Google Plus did turning into Facebook. Oh, Google Plus. Oh, Google Plus. Well, Blue Black Pirates will be played tomorrow with my tip. Yeah, most likely, Marion. Or maybe today. I need to see how long we're going to go today. Christy wasn't feeling super hot, so if she can manage, I might run long, but we'll see. That's not how things work, Wolf. People don't just leave Facebook. Things like Facebook are only useful if other people are using them. And most normal people don't care about their data. Like me. I don't care. Take all my information and sell me targeted ads. If you want to show me adverts that are reasonable things I would actually be interested in, that sounds great. I don't care.